Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So some of you might already know it, but some of you might not. The multi-job function is already implemented recently in Taiwan server. Together with that, finally the alternative second job class had also been introduced and players can already use it in Taiwan server. So in this video, we are going to look at the job class Crusader, the alternate second job for the swordsman's class. In this video, I'm going to show you the full skill set for the Crusader job branch. Start from the Crusader to the Paladin and third job Royal Guard. What skills can you expect from the Crusader job branch? And also we're going to look at the possible build for the Crusader and the shadow equipment that you will have. Alright, this is my little character in Taiwan server that I made long before the SAS server was available. This is a knight class as you can see. Now I'm going to change job to Crusader so we can look into the Crusader job class. I will show you how to change to other job class in a separate video. So for now, let's jump to after I change to Crusader. Alright, so this is the Crusader. From the character information page, here is a recommended playstyle that the game suggests players to play the Crusader in this game. As you know, ROX gameplay may not be following the classic Ragnarok playstyle, character build, skills and so on. So this is a good place to start. From here, you can more or less have the idea of what the game intended for the Crusader to be played in this game. So there are three recommended playstyles of build. The first one is Shield Bash, the second is Judgment, and the third one translates to sort of like risk your life or sacrifice. Well, it's unclear what this means, so let's look into it further at the start point allocation page. On top of it, there is a recommended start point. Tap on it and here it shows a little more details on the recommended build. The first one, the Shield Bash, is for offensive and defensive build. It is suggested to be used for PK, player killing, or PvP, player versus player. It's durable, skills chain, and able to resist and also deal damage at the same time. The second one, Judgment. This has a high holy attribute attack. This is more on PvE, high speed clearing mobs, holy attribute damage, and flexible. The last one, the Risk Your Life build. This is an instance burst build. It is recommended for instance, have high attack speed and high explosive power. From the look of it, the first one I can say uses the one-hand sword and shield as the weapon. The second build is spear, and the third one is two-handed sword for that high attack speed and high critical damage setup. Now that you have the idea of what the Crusader could be, now let's look at the skills. We are not going to add any start points just yet. You want to make sure that the start points that you're going to allocate will complement on the skill set that you want to get. Alright, let's begin with the Crusader skill set. The first one, we have the riding skill. This skill allows you to ride the peko during combat. On top of that, it adds some physical attack. Well, the main point for riding mount for battle is the movement speed. To have additional attack, I say that is a bonus. Next, heal. Heal you and one friendly unit HP. The heal do not affected by healing bonus and reduction start. When used on undead and demon monster, it will deal 560% holy attribute damage. I don't think this is useful. I mean, for healing, you can just use potion. But the 560% holy attribute damage to undead and demon monster, that is quite a lot in my opinion, but it has a long skill cooldown. Next, Faith skill. Permanently increase 20,000 HP and increase heal effect by 5%. Definitely need to use this skill. Next, Auto Guard skill. Has a 20% chance to parry incoming attack. Parried damage can't exceed 15% of maximum HP. Shield must be equipped to use this skill. I can already see that this skill goes well with the reflex stat at the equipment set bonus and also reflect cards. Next, Weapon Quicken skill. Increase 300 points attack speed and 600 points crit. Lasts for 10 seconds and can be casted once every 30 seconds. At level 5, the Death Attack skill will be activated. Reduce 5% maximum HP and enters sacrifice mode for the next 10 normal attacks. Every attack deals additional 1.2% maximum HP neutral damage and can be crit. Sacrifice mode lasts for 6 seconds and this damage ignores target's flee. After the effect ended, recover 0.8% maximum HP times the number of crit damage dealt. Not affected by heal bonus and shadow equipment. Must equip with two-handed sword weapon. Now it starts to make sense why the two-handed sword build for Crusader is given the name Sacrifice or Risk Your Life. Basically, you offered your HP to exchange for damage, but at the end, your HP will recover back. Well, if you have life steal, you can get back the lost HP faster. Next, Spear Mastery. Increase physical attack when using spear. At level 5, the Holy Cross skill will be activated. Deal 480% holy attribute damage to one single target. Now am I seeing it right? The heal skill deal 560% damage, more damage than this skill. At level 5, the Grand Cross skill will be activated. Summons a cross zone 4 meter radius at your surrounding. Deal 100% holy attribute damage for every 0.5 seconds. Lasts for 3 seconds. Must equip with spear. So basically that is 6 times damage to a total of 600 damage. Now if you notice that the sword type skills are at the left side, the spear type skills are at the right side, and the skills that need shield to be used are placed at the middle. As we go on further with the skills for Paladin and Royal Guard, you will notice that this is how the skills are arranged for Crusader branch job class. All of the second-handed sword type skills are at the left side, the spear skills are at the right side, and the shield skills are in the middle. And also there are some skills that can be used for all 3 types of weapon placed here and there in the skill tree. So depending on which build you are going for, which weapon you are using, it will make it easier for you to look up for the related skills. Alright, let's move on. Next, we have Shield Charge skill. Bash the target with a shield dealing 230% plus 2% maximum HP damage. Has 30% chance to stun the target for 1 second. Generate lots of aggro towards the monster and must equip shield to be used. At level 5, the Shield Boomerang skill will be activated. Throw the shield to a single target enemy at a distance, dealing 150% plus 1% maximum HP damage. The shield then bounces to the next target within 6 meters of the first target. Bounce damage is the same as the throwing damage. Bounce at most 2 times and must equip with shield to be used. Next, the Whirlwind skill. Swing the sword to enemies within 4 meters of yourself, dealing 140% plus 1% maximum HP damage and can be crit, and restore HP 50% of the total damage dealt. That's not affected by healing bonus and shadow equipment and must equip with 2-hand sword. That is all for Crusader skills. Let's continue to the Paladin skills. First, we have the Gospel skill. Note that the translated skill name, most of it are take reference from the other Ragnarok game which have kind of similar skills effects, but some of the skills are totally new to me, so I just translate it literally from the Chinese meaning. The Gospel skill has 15% chance to increase the damage by 10% for 3 seconds every time you cast a skill. Can be casted every 3 seconds. This is a passive skill, but it has a fixed skill cooldown. I'm guessing it takes effects for every 3 seconds. Next, Privilege skill. Transform your armor and another 5 party members to holy attribute. At the same time, increase 10% anti-crit and 20% crit damage reduction. Lasts for 12 seconds. Next, the Punishment skill. Hit the target and its surrounding 3 meters, dealing 300% holy attack physical attack. Increase 30% damage to undead and demon monster. These are the example of skills that can be used by all 3 types of weapon for Crusader. Next, we have Spear Thrust skill. When using spear, increase physical penetration by 10%. Increase additional 25% damage to medium and small size monster. This skill is like the Drag card but better. Next, God's Force skill. Deal 400% holy attribute physical damage and mark the target. Stack another mark each time you deal holy attribute damage to the target. Every stack increase the damage of the party members by 1% to the target. Stack up to 12 times and last for 9 seconds. When the duration ends, deal additional 88% times the number of stacked holy attribute damage to the target. Next, Fighting Spirit skill. Gain 1 Fighting Spirit stack for every crit auto attack. Stack lasts for 3 seconds and can be stacked 50 times. Each stack increases 0.5% final crit and 1% crit damage bonus when receiving damage more than 35% of own maximum HP in one single attack. The damage will be reduced by 2% times numbers of stack, maximum to 20 stacks. Can reduce true damage. Fighting Spirit stack will be reduced after the effect activated. Reduce up to 20 stacks. Must equip with 2-hand sword. At level 5, the Poised skill will be activated. Consume 10 stacks for Fighting Spirit. Deal 300% plus the number of attack times 0.3% maximum HP physical damage and can be crit. Recover 0.25% maximum HP times the remaining number of stacks. Do not affected by heal bonus and shadow equipment. Must equip with 2-handed sword. Notice that so far for the sword skill, other than getting damage from the raw physical attack, the HP also will add to the damage calculation. Next, Reflect Shield. When hit by melee attack, reflect 0.15% of own maximum HP physical damage to the target. Damage parried by auto guard skill can also be reflected. Must equip with shield. At level 5, the light shield will be activated. Summon a light shield to protect yourself. Within 5 seconds, reduce damage received by 40%. Also reduce the attacker's attack speed by 60%. Damage parried by auto guard skill can also decrease the attacker's attack speed. Must equip with shield. At level 5, the Earth Drive skill will be activated. Smash the shield to the ground, dealing 200% times 2% maximum HP physical damage in 4 meters around yourself. And after that, the target's damage received will increase by 10% for 3 seconds. If there is only one target within the damage area, deal another 2% maximum HP damage to the target. Generates a lot of aggro and must equip with shield. The last 2 skills for Paladin. The Fearless Slam skill. Deduct 10% maximum HP, deal 360% plus 12% maximum HP physical damage to the target and can be crit. If it deals a crit damage, recover 12% maximum HP. Must equip with 2-handed sword. Every crit attack will decrease the skill level cooldown by 1 second. Next, the Moon Slasher skill. Deal 250% plus the number of target minus 1 times 50% physical damage in 4 meters around your surrounding and stun the targets for 1 second. A 4-meter barrier or shield is generated after dealing damage. Damage received from the target within the barrier is reduced by 10%. Must equip with shield to be used. That's it for Paladin skill. Now let's look at the Royal Guard skill. The first one, we have the Overbrand skill. Deal 4 times 240% physical damage to a total of 960% damage. Deal 4 times 240% physical damage to a total of 960% damage and apply bleed effect to the target. Bleed effect, deal 120% damage for 3 seconds. For every 2% of target HP lost, the skill damage is increased by 1%. Must equip with 2-handed sword. Next, the Holy Induction skill. Deal 0.45% maximum HP Holy Attribute physical damage to a target and another target within its 3 meters surrounding for 10 seconds and can be crit. If there are no other target nearby the M target, deal additional 0.45% maximum HP Holy Attribute physical damage and can be crit. Additionally, 50% of self-inflicted damage will be stored and deducted as a bleeding effect within 3 seconds. Basically, it means that the deducted HP is now changed to bleeding effect. Instead of deduct it directly from the HP, it will be deducted as in bleeding status slowly for 3 seconds. After dealing crit damage 30 times, remove the bleeding effect and stored damage. Next, Blade of Oath skill. When self-inflicted damage exceeds 30% of their maximum HP, gain 50% maximum HP shield. The lost HP will increase the lifesteal effect. Every 2% maximum HP will give additional 1% physical lifesteal and 1% final attack speed. Lasts for 6 seconds. Can be casted once every 30 seconds. Must equip with 200 sword. Next, Blessed Light skill. Only attribute damage to earth, fire, water and wind element increased by 10%. And now we have the Griffin domestication skill. This skill allows you to ride the Griffin during battle. Riding Griffin increases stun resist by 30%. This is so good. No penalty or whatsoever, unlike the Devil Wolf for Ranger. It exchanges attack speed for power. At level 5, the Trample skill will be activated. Griffin dash forward and trample on the ground, dealing 550% physical damage to surrounding 4 meters area and stun the target for 5 seconds. Must ride Griffin to use the skill. 5 seconds stun, don't you think that is too much? I think 5 seconds stun duration is effing too long. Now you definitely need the Obone cards for PvP. Next, we have the Sacrifice skill. Increase 10% maximum HP but decrease physical attack by 50%. At the same time, absorb 50% of party members' damage. Lasts for 8 seconds. Can absorb up to 50% of own maximum HP at most. Now, so far, we do not see the Devotion skill for Crusader. Players have been asking about the skill from the previous video. It seems that this skill is the closest to the Devotion skill that you can get for Crusader job class. Next is Shield Press skill. Charge a shield forward and mark the target with suppression status. Slam the shield to the ground at the end of the path and deal 270% plus 3% maximum HP physical damage. Target with suppression mark will receive additional 3% maximum HP physical damage and reduce attack speed by 300% and movement speed by 50%. Lasts for 4 seconds and must equip with shield to use the skill. Next, the Twilight skill. A beam of light shoot from the sky. Deal 480% holy attribute physical damage to the targets in 4 meters area. When there is only one target at the damage area, the damage is double. Next, we have Pledge skill. Deduct 10% maximum HP and link with one enemy target. Whenever the Death Attack, Fearless Slam and Pledge skill is used and inflicted self-deduct HP, the target will also be subjected to HP deduction equal to 100% of the deducted HP. The deducted HP cannot exceed more than 30% of the caster maximum HP. Lasts for 12 seconds. Every crit damage reduces the skill cooldown by 1 second. Imagine if you have millions HP, 30% of the deducted HP can potentially instantly kill the target that have low HP. Next, Shield of Defense skill. Increase shield charge, shield boomerang, and earth drive damage by 20%. Equipping shield will also increase additional 20% physical defense and magic defense. Next, the last one, we have the King's Guardian skill. Grant party members 20% maximum HP shield. The shield will last for 2 seconds. When the shield is removed, deal 75% physical damage in a 3 meters area. Alright, that is all of the skills for Crusader, Paladin and Royal Guard. One last thing that we are going to look at is the shadow equipment. So here are the shadow equipment for all 3 types of weapon for the Crusader. Alright, that is all of the skills for Crusader, Paladin and Royal Guard. One last thing that we are going to look at is the shadow equipment. So here are the shadow equipment for all 3 types of weapon for the Crusader. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It is free, so you don't have to pay for it. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. That's it for now. I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.